Hi, I want us to talk about something today, and I don't know if it's not, when you look at it, it's not really, it may not sound like it's harmful, it may not really sound bad, but I don't know why personally I don't like it, and it doesn't just go down well with me hearing that, and what is it? It is simply my wife. Growing up as a child, I didn't like somebody calling me his wife. I never liked it. In fact, even till now, I don't like it. I don't know why. So growing up, I didn't like it. I had a lot of people calling my wife, my other sisters, people would call them my wife. Me personally, when you say my wife, I get very upset with you, and I don't want to joke it with you again. I don't even, in fact, when I tell you to stop and you don't stop, I won't have anything to do with you again, not even to greet you. So there was this one was very serious. Okay, so because he was always around my house, my family, so he was calling me my wife. I think his name was Chibike, I remembered. And this thing happened when I was below 8 years. I was still in primary, so I think primary 3 or 4 then. So this particular brother will always call me my wife, and I kept warning him, brother, I don't like this, stop calling me my wife, I am not your wife, I can never be your wife. And I will tell you, I can never be your wife. So he kept calling me my wife until one day he came to the house. So he bought something and he needed a knife, yes. So, and he said he told my sisters, my other sisters, and they said I should go and get a knife for my husband. You can imagine. All right, so I told this guy, I told him, okay, you can go to the kitchen and get the knife now. So, my sisters were like, she can get a knife for my husband. They saw that this thing was making me angry, and they were still using it against me. All right, so this brother quietly went to the kitchen to get a knife for himself. Immediately he entered that kitchen, I followed him. I closed the kitchen and I locked it with a key, and I said, right inside there where you are, open your mouth and promise that you will never call me your wife again. I was very serious. I was burning inside of me. I said, open your mouth, tell the whole world, say it, let everybody hear it, that you will never call me your wife in your life again. I can never be your wife. So, jokingly, my sisters came out when they heard our voice, and they came out and was like, what is happening, Ifeoma, you can't keep watching knows. I said, they said, okay, for those of us that are not Igbo, they said, open the door, what is happening, Ifeoma, what is happening, open the door, why would you lock a full grown man inside the kitchen? I said, auntie, tell him to open his mouth and promise that he will never call me his wife again. So immediately my father heard the noise, he came out and demanded to know what was happening. When they told him, of course I almost took to I had taken to my heels, because I know my dad's presence alone, he doesn't need to talk, and you just obey, so. And then when they told him, my sister said, Chibike, please just say you are not she's not your wife, that you will not call her your wife again. The brother said it, and then my dad and then I came and opened the door for him, and he came out. He was sweating like a Christmas goat. All right, so it's funny now, but then it wasn't funny at all. So the other day I was doing something, and I remember this thing. I googled so hard. My kids were like, "Mommy, what's it? Who is making you laugh this hard?" Okay, so personally, I don't like when you call underage girls. I don't like when people call me my wife. And I've never called somebody's daughter my wife. I don't know why. So um to you, is there anything wrong about it? Because I've seen the kind of things happening around us today is even making me so sad, that parents who, when you call, some parents are so careless around this particular set of people that keep calling your daughters my wife, and they take advantage of these girls. They molest them. When they say my wife, this baby tends to be closer to them, become so vulnerable to these guys, and they take advantage of them. His brother, my mommy calls him my husband. He calls me his wife and all that. So they will just remain that innocent child that they are, and these he goats will take advantage of them. So please, I don't know if anything is wrong with that, or maybe that's just my makeup as a person or my personal feeling. What do you think? What's your opinion about it? So I'll be reading your comments at the comment section. Of course, you hear from me. Of course, they're still going to hear more from me. This is one of my stories growing up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I am Labeth Onyebuchi.